Welcome back to Based on the Bible. Here, we give you the ammo you need to defend your faith. If you have ever had a skeptic tell you the Bible is just a book of fairy tales, this video is for you. The Bible is not merely a book of faith. It is a meticulously preserved record of history. Time and again, what critics dismissed as myth has been resurrected by the spade of the archaeologist. Today, we are diving into 10 profound discoveries that confirm the historical reliability of God's Word, starting with the small details and building up to the monumental proof. If you want to strengthen your faith and have real answers for your non-Christian friends, make sure you subscribe right now. We are building an army of believers who know why they believe. Let's dive in. 1. Luke's accurate use of Politarchs critics used to mock the gospel writer Luke. In Acts 17:6, he called the officials of Thessalonica Politarchs. For a century, scholars said Luke was wrong because that word didn't exist in Greek literature. They were wrong. Archaeologists found the Thessalonica Arch inscription, and over 30 others, confirming that Politarch was the exact local title used at that time. Luke wasn't guessing. He was documenting history. 2. The prophet Balaam. For years, critics said the story of Balaam and the talking donkey in Numbers 22 was pure fiction. But in 1967, an inscription was found in Jordan dating back to the 8th century BC. It literally mentions Balaam, son of Beor, a seer of the gods. This creates a direct historical link to the specific man mentioned in Numbers 22:5, proving he wasn't a legend, he was a real figure known in the ancient world. 3. The Pool of Siloam. John 9:7. Jesus heals a blind man and tells him to go wash in the Pool of Siloam. Skeptics argued this pool was a metaphor or a myth. But in 2004, during sewer construction in Jerusalem, workers hit stone steps. They uncovered the actual Pool of Siloam, exactly where the Bible said it was, and exactly the size the Bible described. The geography of Jesus' ministry is not a fairy tale. It is a map. 4. Pontius Pilate, prefect of Judea. It sounds crazy now. But for decades, skeptics doubted Pontius Pilate even existed because there was no physical evidence of him outside the Bible. Then, in 1961, the Pilate stone was discovered in Caesarea. It bears his name and his exact title, Prefect of Judea. This confirms Luke 3:1, which lists him as governor. The man who stood face to face with Jesus was a real historical ruler. For the existence of Sargon, Isaiah 21 mentions an Assyrian king named Sargon II. For centuries, history books said the Bible was wrong because there was no record of a Sargon II anywhere else. Then, in the 1840s, archaeologists found his entire palace in Iraq. Not only did he exist, but the walls detailed the exact capture of Ashdod mentioned in Isaiah. The Bible was right. The history books were wrong. 6. The House of David scholars used to argue that King David was like King Arthur, a legend, not a leader. That theory collapsed in 1993 with the discovery of the Stele. This ancient stone slab explicitly refers to the House of David. It is the first non-biblical proof that David was a real king who established a real dynasty, confirming God's promise in 2 Samuel 7:16 that his throne would be established forever. 7. Hezekiah's water tunnel. 2 Chronicles 32:30 claims King Hezekiah dug a massive tunnel through solid rock to bring water into Jerusalem. Critics called this an exaggeration. Today, you can walk through that very tunnel. It is 1,750 feet of solid rock, exactly as described. Some theories even suggest that this tunnel system was the last secret location where the Ark of the Covenant was hidden to protect it from the Babylonian siege. 8. Nebuchadnezzar's siege of Jerusalem. The Bible describes the burning of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar in vivid detail in Jeremiah 52:13. Skeptics called it dramatic storytelling. But excavations in the city of David have found a thick layer of ash and Babylonian arrowheads dating exactly to that siege. The ground itself testifies that the Bible's record of judgment was accurate. 9. The tablet of Cyrus the Great. Isaiah prophesied that a king named Cyrus would command the Jews to rebuild the temple, 150 years before Cyrus was even born. Then we found the Cyrus cylinder. In this artifact, King Cyrus himself declares his policy of allowing captive peoples to return home, confirming Ezra 1:1. God writes history in advance. 10. The dimensions of Noah's Ark. Finally, the most controversial one. Genesis 6:15 describes Noah's Ark as being 300 cubits long. In the mountains of Turkey, just south of Mount Ararat, lies the Durupınar formation. It is a boat-shaped object that measures almost exactly 515 feet, the length of 300 Egyptian cubits. While debated, its shape and location align shockingly well with the Genesis account. It challenges the world to ask, what if the flood was real? What do all these stones, inscriptions, and tunnels tell us? They tell us that the Bible is not a collection of fables. It is a reliable historical record that you can stand on. The same history that confirms Pilate and David also confirms that Jesus Christ lived, died, and rose again. We have more evidence for his life than we do for almost any other figure in antiquity. If this video strengthened your confidence in the Word of God, please click like and subscribe to the channel. And share this video right now with a friend who needs to see the evidence. Help us spread the gospel of Jesus Christ to the ends of the world. Let's keep it based on the Bible. I'll see you in the next one.